Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome and thanks for joining me. In today's video, I want to talk about the blue note and specifically what it is and how you can apply it to situations that might not otherwise be considered the blues scale. If you actually know what the blue note is, turns out you can put it almost anywhere. But again, you got to know what it is, so let me show you. Most of us are familiar with, I'll say in A, the A minor pentatonic scale. A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. And this is a common way to play it. We commonly call it box 1. Now the blue note, this is the root of the scale, the A, right? An A major scale also starts on A. We call this the flatted third. It's a C natural. The third in an A major scale is a C sharp. So this is flatted, it's lowered by a half step. This is the 4. In an A major scale, we have A, B, C sharp, D. So this D here is the 4th. This E is the 5th. Now in a minor blues sound, the flat 5, or in this case the E flat, right? It's the 5, but a half step lower, so we call it the flatted 5th. Is our blue note. It works great as a passing tone. Generally speaking, I don't hang out there a lot, but it is a great note. We also have what's called the flatted 7th. In an A major scale, the 7 would be G sharp. So we have a G natural. It's flatted from what the 7 otherwise would be. So we have our blue note here, our blue note here, right? These two are an octave apart. So in a minor scale, the blue note is the flatted 5th in a minor pentatonic or a minor blues scale. But as you may know, if we were to start right here on the C and play, all of a sudden we're going to play the same pattern. But we're now going to look at it from the point of view of C major, okay? So we have a root, C, a 2, a D, E is the 3rd, okay? So therefore that blue note would be a flatted 3rd. Root, 2nd, flat, 3rd, 3rd, 5th, C, D, E, F, that would be the 4th. The next note in our pentatonic scale is the 5th. So root, 2nd, flat, 3rd, 3rd, 5th, 6th is the A, and then we're back to C. So there's the root, 2nd, flat, 3rd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, root. Now, you probably are familiar with the blue note and where it occurs in the 5-box patterns. But what you may not be hip to, like I said, is the fact that if you look at those boxes from a minor perspective, it is the flatted 5th. If you look at those boxes from the major perspective, none of the notes change. It's truly just your point of view. And I say this all the time, but I know it can be a difficult concept to grasp. It is the flatted 3rd if we look at it from that major point of view. Now, I have a little PDF. I'll try and remember to leave a link to it near this video that has all of the boxes and how these notes map out and stuff like that. And that might be handy to have. So I'll try to leave that. I've had it for many years, but I don't always remember to send it out. So I'll leave it near this video. And what's kind of cool though is that if you know, okay, the flat 3rd and the flat 5th are my options, then let's say we're looking at something like the house pattern, otherwise known as the B.B. King box, right? So as you may know from other videos I've done on the subject, this is the root, there's the 6th, there's the root, the A, the B is the 2nd. The way we get the 3rd is by bending. We either bend to the major 3rd or we bend to the minor 3rd, the flatted 3rd. Okay, so I could of course play the flatted 3rd and play the regular 3rd. but we usually do it like that. We bend to what we need. And then we have the fourth, and then we have the fifth. And of course we can bend that fifth up to the sixth. Okay, so if I think about those blue notes that I want, or that I have available, I just got to know where to grab them. There's the fifth and there's the fourth. So if I know where the fifth is, I know where the flatted fifth is. And if I know where the flatted third is, and I can get up to the major third, I can play my root, my second, my flatted third, my third even, or I could move it to here, my fourth, my flatted fifth, and my fifth. There's a lot of notes there. And they kind of all go chromatically. Or I can bend it. There's a lot of different options, but now you know where those notes actually occur. You know what they are, you can find them. If, for example, you were playing, say, like a Dorian mode, let's say you're playing modes, right? And you know that that's the root, second, flat, third, fourth. I can add that flat fifth. There's the fifth, sixth, flat seventh, root. And there's another flatted five. Right? Or let's say I was playing like a Mixolydian scale. Root third, or sorry, root second, third, so there's a flatted third. And if you've ever heard me talk about something that I call bluesifying the third, that is exactly what I do. If you take something like a Mixolydian scale that otherwise would sound very plain and very boxy, and you add in that flatted third, it all of a sudden sounds a lot more bluesy, just like that. You can do it even with a straight major scale. You can play over something that's very basic, that just has like G, C, and D. And maybe you would normally just play a G major scale over it, but if you throw in that flatted third and that flatted fifth for taste, it's a seasoning, right? We just use a little to taste. Throw it in there, it'll give it a nice bluesy slant without totally taking you off into the weeds by doing like a minor pentatonic scale over top of major chords, which can be a cool sound, but can also bend the ear a little bit. Okay, so now you know what the two blue notes are. Hopefully you will add them to taste in other scales or other sounds that you might try to use, other patterns, right? If you know, for example, if you know my 3+2 pattern, right? That's a major blues scale, so I could add that flatted third right there. Or I could even add the flatted fifth. I'm not saying that it's always going to work. I'm not saying that it's always going to be the sound that you're looking for, but at least you know where it is and that it's available and that it might be something you can try out. Okay, so again, I'll try to leave that, like I said, I have a PDF that's it's a great download of all kinds of all the different boxes and all that stuff. I'll try to leave a link near there for you. And as always, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed. If you dig the video, if you think you have other guitar playing friends that might dig it, get something out of it, please feel free to share it with them. You can find me on bluesguitarunleashed.com, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.